Right now, somewhere in America, someone is handing over thousands of dollars in cash for a car that is going to break down within 60 days. And the worst part? They never saw it coming. I do not want that to be you. I have been buying used cars for 39 years. 17 cars, 16 of them used, 11 of them paid in full with cash. And I have not had a single car payment in 13 years. Not one. So in this video, I am giving you my 30 best hard-earned real-world secrets to buying a used car with cash, the smart way. No fluff, no filler. Just the stuff that actually protects your money and puts you in the driver's seat. Stay until the end, because the tips near the finish line could save you $10,000 or more. Let's get into it. Tip number 1. Know your needs before your wants. Here is where most people go wrong before they even start shopping. They fall in love with a car in their head. They want the black one with the chrome rims and the sunroof. But listen to me. Wants are expensive. Needs are smart. Ask yourself this. What does this car actually need to do for me? Get me to work? Haul my kids? Handle cold winters? Build that list first. Then, and only then, go shopping. A white car with cloth seats that runs perfectly is worth 10 times more than a flashy car that is quietly draining your wallet. Tip number 2. Do your research before you spend a dime. Take 1 to 3 months before you even need a car and start learning. Watch videos, listen to podcasts, read forums, look up common problems for specific makes and models. You do not have to be a mechanic. You just need enough knowledge to not be a victim. Cars are not rocket science. A little bit of education goes a very long way when you're spending your hard-earned cash. The informed buyer always wins. Tip number 3. Always know the book value. Before you talk to a single seller, open up Kelley Blue Book. Know what the car you want is actually worth. Because I promise you, dealers and private sellers are not going to volunteer that information. If someone is asking $12,000 for a car that Kelley Blue Book says is worth $8,000, you need to know that before you ever sit down across from them. Knowledge is leverage, and leverage is money. Tip number 4. Time your purchase strategically. Here is a secret almost nobody talks about. The best time to buy a used car with cash is November and December. Think about it. Dealers are trying to turn over inventory before the year ends. Private sellers need cash for the holidays, and most buyers are distracted by Thanksgiving and Christmas rather than shopping for cars. Demand drops, and when demand drops, prices follow. Shop in the off-season, and you will find better deals with less competition. Tip number 5. Have patience. Serious patience. This might be the single most important tip in this entire video. If you are rushing to buy a car, you are going to get burned. Your old car dies on a Friday. You need to be at work on Monday, so you walk onto a lot on Saturday in a panic. You are emotional. You are desperate, and you are going to pay for it. Do not let that be you. Build an emergency plan. Have a backup ride. Give yourself time. Because the moment a seller senses desperation, your negotiating power disappears completely. Tip number 6. Start with family and friends first. Before you go anywhere, check your inner circle. Is there an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, or a coworker who is trying to get rid of a car? This is your best starting point. Now, do not get me wrong. Family can sell you a lemon too. But chances are you already know something about how they treat their vehicles, and there is usually room for a fair deal without the pressure of a sales lot. Tip number 7. Never buy a car you have not seen in person. I don't care how good the photos look. I don't care how convincing the seller sounds over the phone. You don't buy a car you have not touched, sat in, started, and driven yourself. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, online listings, they are just the starting point. They get you to the car. The car has to earn your money in person. Tip number 8. Always inspect in daylight. This is a rule I never break. You inspect a car in natural daylight, not in a garage, not at night under a parking lot light. Daylight exposes everything. Dents you would never catch otherwise, mismatched paint on panels, scratches and rust along the lower trim, discoloration that signals a repaint after an accident. Natural light is your best diagnostic tool, and it is completely free. Tip number 9. Bring one trusted and critical friend. When you go look at a car, bring one person with you. Not 5, not 10, 1. And here is the key. Do not bring your yes man friend who says everything looks great because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Bring the friend who is going to say, I don't like how that engine sounds, or look at this rust down here. You need honest eyes, not cheerleaders. When your own money is on the line, the truth is your best friend. Tip number 10. Look at several cars before you buy. Do not buy the first car you look at unless it is genuinely exceptional. Look at 5, look at 10, look at 20 if you can. Every car you examine is an education. After looking at one car, you know this much. After looking at 30 cars, you know this much more. You start to develop an eye for red flags. You start to feel what a healthy engine sounds like versus what trouble sounds like. That experience is worth more than any tip I can give you. Tip number 11. Put it on a lift every single time. This is non-negotiable. Every car you seriously consider buying needs to go up on a lift so you can see what is underneath it. Look for oil leaks, transmission leaks, rear seal leaks, and rust on the frame. Look for aftermarket parts that suggest major past repairs. Most people never look at the underside of the car they buy. That is exactly where the problems are hiding. Tip number 12. Check the oil. Every time. Pop the hood, pull out the dipstick, wipe it clean, dip it back in, pull it out again. Is the oil at the right level? Is it clean and amber colored, or is it thick and black? Fresh oil tells you the owner maintained the car. Black sludgy oil tells you a very different story. Now, a clever seller can change the oil right before showing you the car. So this is not foolproof, but it is always worth checking. Always. Tip number 13. Check the transmission fluid. If the engine is the heart of a car, the transmission is the lungs. And here is the truth. Transmission fluid gets neglected far more often than engine oil. Pull the transmission dipstick if the car has one. The fluid should be a reddish burgundy color with a smooth, clean feel. If it is dark brown or smells burnt, that transmission may already be on its way out. A transmission replacement can run you $3,000 to $5,000. Check it every single time. Tip number 14. Shift through every gear. When you start the car, do not just put it in drive and roll. Shift through every single gear. First, second, third, reverse. All of them. A car can feel fine in drive and fall apart in third gear. Hesitation, slipping, clunking. These are all signs of transmission trouble. Do not skip this step. Tip number 15. Watch the tailpipe smoke. When the car starts up, watch the exhaust carefully. White smoke on a cold morning can be normal condensation. But white smoke that persists after the engine warms up can mean coolant is burning inside the engine. Blue or gray smoke often means oil is being burned. No smoke at all is what you want to see. If you are not sure what you are looking at, research it. Type the color into a search engine. The answer is right there. Tip number 16. Look under the hood before and after starting. Before the car starts, look under the hood. Check for cracked belts, corroded battery terminals, leaking hoses, and grimy buildup around the valve cover. Then have someone start the car while you are still looking. Listen. Watch. Does anything rattle or shake that should not? Are there sounds or leaks that only appear when the engine is running? These are things you only catch when the car is alive and running. Tip number 17. Test every single electronic. Modern cars are essentially rolling computers. And when those computers throw errors, repairs get very expensive very fast. Test every switch, every button. Check that the dashboard warning lights behave normally when you turn the key. Test the turn signals, the headlights, the brake lights, the power windows, and the mirrors. If something is not working before you buy it, you can be sure you are going to be the one paying to fix it. Tip number 18. Blast the heat and the air conditioning. Full blast, both of them. Depending on where you live, a broken heater in February or a dead air conditioner in July is not a minor inconvenience. It is a real daily problem. Make sure both of them work before you hand over your cash. Tip number 19. Inspect the tires and the spare. Check the tread on all 4 tires. Are they worn evenly? Uneven wear can point to alignment or suspension problems. Worn down on the inside edge, but looking fine outside? That is a red flag. Then open the trunk and check the spare tire. Is there even a spare? Is there a jack and the tools to change it? Because the moment you need that spare and do not have one, you will wish you had checked. Tip number 20. Examine the inside of the trunk. Open the trunk and look carefully along the edges and seams. Is the color inside the trunk slightly different from the outside of the car? That can indicate a repaint after body damage. Look at where the panels meet. Look at the fender wells. Any inconsistency in paint texture or color is worth asking about. And if there was reported damage, it should show up in the Carfax report. Tip number 21. Check for rust and water damage. Run your eyes along the bottom edges of the doors, the rocker panels, and the wheel wells. Surface rust is common and manageable. Frame rust is a completely different story. Structural rust can make a car genuinely unsafe to drive. Also look for signs of flood damage, water-stained upholstery, a musty smell that will not go away, sand or silt in hard-to-reach corners. Flood cars get resold every single year after major storms, and sellers are not always honest about it. Tip number 22. Ask questions. Lots of them. I know some people are not comfortable asking hard questions, but this is not confrontation. This is due diligence. It is your money. Ask why they are selling. Ask about the maintenance history. Ask if there have been any major repairs. Ask what they know is currently wrong with it. Sometimes sellers will tell you everything if you just ask directly. And the ones who get defensive about basic questions, that defensiveness tells you something important too. Personal story. Midpoint break, approximately 10 minutes in. All right, let me pause here for just a moment. 39 years, 17 vehicles, 16 of them used, 11 bought with cash. And I have not had a car payment in 13 years. I am not telling you that to brag. I am telling you that because every single tip in this video came from real experience. Some of these lessons cost me money to learn. Some came from watching other people make mistakes I never wanted to repeat. The goal is simple. Drive a reliable car without giving the bank a monthly tribute for the rest of your life. It is absolutely possible. Tip number 23. Always run the Carfax. The Carfax is not perfect. Unreported accidents do not show up. Private repair jobs will not appear. But it is still one of the most powerful tools you have. Look at the number of previous owners. Look for accident reports. Look at the maintenance history. Was this car serviced regularly, or did it go years between oil changes? That history tells a story. Make sure you read every word of it. Tip number 24. Verify the title. Clean or rebuilt. Never skip this step. A clean title means the car has no major reported damage history. A rebuilt or salvage title means the car was once declared a total loss by an insurance company and was then repaired. That is not always a deal breaker, but it dramatically affects the resale value, and you need to know it going in. Some states will not even insure a rebuilt title vehicle. Check the laws where you live before you commit. Tip number 25. Take it to a mechanic before you buy. This is the tip most people skip because it feels awkward, Do not skip it. Tell the seller this. I am interested in your car. I would like to meet you at a shop so a mechanic can take a look. Any honest seller with nothing to hide will agree. If they refuse or make it difficult, walk away. That resistance alone is a red flag. And if the inspection costs you $75 or $100, pay it without hesitation. Paying $100 today can easily save you $10,000 down the road. That is the best return on investment you will ever find. Tip number 26. Test drive in complete silence. Turn off the radio. Turn off the air conditioning. Turn off everything you do not absolutely need. And listen. You are listening for knocking from the engine, grinding when you hit the brakes, vibration at highway speed, hesitation when you accelerate, clunking when you go over a bump. These are the sounds that reveal what no visual inspection can catch. Silence is your most powerful test drive tool. Tip number 27. Build your negotiation list as you inspect. As you walk through your inspection, you are building your negotiating case at the same time. Write things down if you need to. Bad tires, worn brakes, a cracked mirror, a check engine light, high mileage. Every single issue you find is a negotiating point. When it's time to talk price, you come in with your list ready. You say something like this. The tires alone are going to cost me $800 to replace. The brakes need work. That is another $500. So I cannot pay your asking price. Here is what I can offer. You are not being rude. You are being a smart buyer with cash in hand. Tip number 28. Always be willing to walk away. This is the single most powerful move in any negotiation. The ability to walk away. When a seller knows you need this car today, they own the negotiation completely. But when you can genuinely say, I appreciate your time, but this does not work for me, and you truly mean it, the entire dynamic shifts. Sometimes they call you back the next day with a lower number. Sometimes they do not. Either way, you protected yourself and your money. Tip number 29. Negotiate the fees, not just the price. If you are buying from a dealer, they are going to try to add documentation fees, dealer prep fees, and all sorts of charges with impressive sounding names that seem official and mandatory. They are not always mandatory. Push back. Ask what each fee is actually for. Ask which ones can be reduced or removed entirely. If they say nothing is negotiable, remind them you are paying cash and you are ready to walk out. Cash talks. Use it. Tip number 30. Do not walk around with $10,000 in cash. Once you have agreed on a price and you are ready to close the deal, go to your bag first. Get a cashier's check. Pay with that. Walking around with a large amount of cash is dangerous. Full stop. A cashier's check is just as good as cash in any legitimate transaction and far safer for you personally. Do not take unnecessary risks when you are this close to the finish line. 30 real-world tips to help you buy a solid used car with cash without getting taken advantage of. Here is what it all comes down to. 3 things: patience, preparation, and the willingness to walk away. You do not need to be a mechanic. You do not need a trust fund. You need information and discipline. And now you have 30 reasons to feel confident the next time you sit across from a seller. If this video helped you at all, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Drop a comment below and tell me which tip hit the hardest for you. And share this with someone you know who is out there looking for a car right now, because these tips could save them thousands of dollars. The free download is sitting in the description box waiting for you. Go grab it. Take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, and I will see you in the next one.